so you've decided you need a PIM. Some of you are experimenting with it, but what did it take you to kind of sell the idea to management, right? What is it that management pushed back on, or what were they looking for, or how did you talk to them and approach that? I'll start with you, Ted, because you have strict team management.
Well, it was open source, and I can have my sysad admin install it on a box and start using it without having to get funding yet.
True.
And then I can come back and say, well, here's a finished product, and then it's not hard to sell. So
that's a good point. Okay. Kenny, was there any pushback from your team?
Well, I am the management, so that helps. I'm an owner.
True.
No, I looked at it from an owner's perspective. What we were doing was not efficient. There was a lot of emails and Excel sheets, and I'm like, I want my people to live in one system and come in and do their job and go home, and not have to have a training course of all the different programs you need to use. So that was what sold me. They could do their entire job in one location.
Well, that's an important thing, and it echoes what Ashley and everyone was saying, that use is really important. You can implement a piece of technology, but making sure that it's useful, right, and providing ROI is important. So I'll ask that question, right? Out of your system, what makes it pay for itself? What makes it valuable? And if you have any ROI numbers, I know folks aren't always good about calculating that, but what makes this valuable to you? And again, I'll start with Ted.
I think it's the lights out part of it at this point. I mean, there are some steps in the process that require human eyes, right? That there's a person that has to check the SKUs and make sure they have all their pictures. And Pimcore will tell you, I don't have a picture for this. You're not publishing it. So that's minimal. It's the fact that once it gets set up, it's all automated and runs without people constantly monitoring it. So my return was the fact that I could use a skeleton crew when it was all set up. There were lots of, the implementation wasn't, lights out for sure, but once you get it set up the way it needs to be set up, it can run itself.